Good morning, guys. Welcome again to my channel. My name is Kalambai. This is Fruitful Investment Strategies, and today I want to talk about cancel culture and Kanye West. You guys have heard of Kanye West and Andrew Tate, how people, now companies have big strength, they have big power. They can cancel you when they feel like it. YouTube can get rid of you when they don't like your videos, or maybe when they decide that you have actually gone beyond their values or something like that. What do you think about it? That the media, that these social companies or social medias have taken so much upon themselves, they can decide whom to hold and whom not to hold. You remember Donald Trump? Obviously, not everybody liked what he was saying, but he was saying partly the truth. You might not like him, you might like him, but does that give Twitter the right to cancel him because he says something they don't like and they judge to be inappropriate? Who have given them the right to decide what is wrong and what is right? Because how then can we maintain discussion among the community? Anyway, Kanye West is a person who can be bipolar. Sometimes he says something which is not according to the majority of people think, and things which might be very, very sensitive. I do not agree with all that he says. But now let's think, should that be really necessary for him to be cancelled or for him to be taken off social media because he says something which we do not like? Look, obviously for me, well, I don't know. You tell me in the comments. You tell me in the comments. Should you be cancelled? Should you be not considered when you say something which people do not like? I think we have to think of how we shape our society, how we shape our communities going forth, because now it seems like we don't have power on our words. We have to control everything we say, which of course we have to, because sometimes we do not want to kind of step on the other people's freedom. But at the same time, I can say what I think. But I think that this society, tell me, has become much less tolerant of things and very violent than we used to be before. I don't know, what do you think? Tell me down in the comments. I think that's what we've become, much more tolerant, very aggressive, ready to kill, ready to fight, and ready, I don't know, to walk naked on the nets. And that is tolerated. When you kill people, when you kill yourself on internet, it's tolerated much more than, for example, to act like Kanye West, which is a bipolar person. I can understand that. You can say, okay, that is a special example. What about Andrew Tate? I do not say everything he says is right, or I do not support everything he says, because I do not really tolerate some of the things that he says. But again, if people do not want to listen to him, those people should not listen to him. If people want to listen to him, let those people listen to him. So I think we can give our society some kind of choice. Because that we say we're in a democratic country, right? So in a democratic country, we do as we feel like we are led. And business should not be limited to some people, some group of people. Or because we do not agree, then we cannot do business with you. I think really the society has changed. The media is really controlling a lot of power. And now I think maybe in the future they'll be able to close our own internet, which we have on the phone or in our houses, if we do not agree with the mainstream media, mainstream government line. You have no internet anymore. You won't travel. You won't buy anything to eat. They just lock you out, because that's what the example that I'm really giving here, having control over your finances. Because Andrew Tate, when he says something the government did not like, what did they do to him? Twitter was closed, YouTube was closed, Facebook was closed, everything, Uber was closed, the banks were closed. So he could not use even his banks based on what he said. I think we can kind of think here, how is our society going to be shaped going forward? And it's really hindering us to actually express ourselves freely, because this Western world is based on the free moral speech. So if we have a free moral speech and we are living in a free country, we should be able to express ourselves freely. But yes, of course, with some boundaries. But anyway, if somebody does not express themselves with boundaries, and maybe they're insulting the president, I don't know. I think the law of the nation should decide, and not social media, not the great medias deciding, or the great banks deciding, or the great institutions deciding. Everything should be within the law. Now, when you counsel somebody outside of the law and you are basing it on your what? On your values, look, I don't think that we are waiting for this social media big stuff. We have made our own companies. I think if we are using your platform to publish it, we are not working for you. We are partners in this. Now, should you close your business to me because we have something in disagreement? Yeah. Please let me know. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you are on, and see if we can bring something to our community which can be helpful. So that's what we have, this council society, and I don't see it in a positive light in a way. Yeah, I think everybody should be respected. Very true. Especially the vulnerable ones should be respected, that is true. But at the same time, a person who is attacking a vulnerable person is much more vulnerable than the one who's being attacked. At least psychologically. I think he needs help. But counseling him, is that helpful? I think it brings more stress on the person. It brings more, it becomes an enraged lion in a cage. So, and you are in the cage with it, I think you can get hurt. So I think this social media platform, if they continue doing that, then people will end up actually leaving the platforms and creating much more, because we have these big brands which are dominating, and they are really alone on the field. Why? Because people have trust in them, and they are really willing to use them, and knowing that they will not be cancelled. But if there is that cancel society, then I think people will look for alternatives, and that will create a bigger business. So and really big loss for the companies. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments, and Twitter and all those companies, Facebook, they're all YouTube and TikTok. When you Uber, all of them, when you do something they do not like, they want to cancel you. I think, and we have to think, we have to be really creative how we want to move on now, which can be both fruitful for these big brands and for us as well, as the users. So I think there is something we can gain all from this as we learn, but I don't see it in a positive light, because now if we're being cancelled, then who's gonna use it if we go off grid, all of us? So let's just think about it, and please put the comments, and remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and be part of this channel and share it, and see you on the